we're live. Or, no, not live, but as close to live as anyone can be. Alright. Uh, so a lot of you almost died. So a lot of you could have potentially died. Luckily you didn't. But some of you did get a little hurt. But last I remembered, you all decided to take a short rest, but not before, Olanthius. At least I hope I am pronouncing his name right. He had a very difficult Avernian name. It was something with an O, very... Olanthius. It is Olanthius. So Olanthius, he decided, you know what, you all did me such a solid that I'm basically just going to tell you where the scab is that holds Zariel's sword of that which you seek. But he basically told you, be warned, though. Those other two assholes were asking me the same thing so that they could free their boss. Enzo didn't like that.
No.
Enzo didn't like the fact of... And you learned the old boss's name, which is Kurz. Kurz. So, yeah, Enzo didn't like that. I was like, oh, I let them go and might potentially have let my boss go. Oh. Well, now the list just grows, I guess. But yeah, y'all are just, as of right now, after Olanthius revealed all of that to you, he did offer, like, hey, if you need to have a safe haven here in the temple or here in the crypt, I'll totally let you do it. Nobody's gonna bother you. Just, do your thing. Y'all decided to take advantage of that and take a long, or not a long rest, but a short rest.
Right. Though I think you were kind and you told us we could still treat it like a long rest since we're leveling up to 10.
Yeah, I treated it Final Fantasy rules, so you leveled up because you all are basically, you are supposedly skipping an entire chunk that the book says I was supposed to put you through. So I have to think up a new thing because you all avoided a thing. But that's okay, because that's my job to worry about.
I guess, does Willie get leveling up shenanigans scene?
I guess he does. I guess we are all to assume that you all are basically you all have made a bit of a makeshift campfire sort of situation. And are now just kind
Imagine.
I'll just go ahead and make everybody in the circle, and Olanthius fucks off. Just boop! I'll still be in here, but you don't have to talk to me anymore. My job as an NPC is done. Woo!
Futurama joke.
Oh, is that what that is?
That was specifically for them. That was specifically for them, and I'm glad they appreciated it. Anywho, I would imagine as Willie, as you are resting by the fire, and as you are, as you are closing your eyes, I guess, because it has been a very rough thing for you. It has been a very rough past couple of hours. As you once again didn't feel as though your might was quite enough. And so, you close your eyes, and you do begin to feel a little bit of a light enter into you a little bit. And as you're still, from the outside, if anyone were to look from the outside, you're still kind of, you're just sitting there with your legs crossed, eyes closed. But if we were to cut into your mind's eye, you open up and you open your eyes and you see yourself kind of in a white void. The same white void that Olga kind of found herself in when she spoke to Lathander then. And sitting across from you, also legs crossed, is Lathander himself. In front of you, what you see is kind of a very fair-skinned, very lightly blonded gentleman in sort of Grecian robes. Circlet around his head, and with a pair of Grecian shoes that are clicked with each with little wings, a la Hermes, essentially. But he's just sort of leaning there on his spear, which at the end of that spear has a sun symbol on it. And he's just sort of looking to you as he's sitting across from you, leaning on that spear. He sort of smiles at you and he says, "So, I see you've had a bit of a rough day."
Oh, you could say that. Though I, appreciate having your help at all. Went better than it could have gone, even if it didn't go great.
I mean, still, you did do what you felt you needed to do. And you did it to the best of your abilities, I think. And I think that sort of determination, that sort of gusto, that sort of real determination, it's it's admirable. I've been, don't think I haven't taken notice. Technically, I'm not even really supposed, by the bylaws of the planar existence, I'm not even supposed to get this close of a connection to you until way later. But I feel with the situation that we have now, I kind of had to bend a few rules a little bit in the cosmology, if that makes sense.
Well, I ain't about to pretend I ain't grateful.
I mean, sure, I've had plenty of fights with plenty of the other gods about this approach. They called me rash, impulsive, not unlike, I guess, a certain god here, I guess. I mean, boy, Eldoth really chewed me out when I told her I was going to do this. But, I mean, she's not exactly guiltless in all of this either. She's certainly one to tell me what to do. Anyways, I'm talking about me. And right now, this is about you.
Me? Oh, me? Oh gosh, and he's bashful. Because he's like, this is a god. He's not about to let his bad mood get in the way of, oh, me? It's me?
Well, normally this would be done with a whole filigree of priesthood and, you being in front of a knight chapter master, with his great sword, doing the whole knight pageantry, filigree, and what do? And hubbubaloo. But, and he gets up with his spear in hand, gets up on his feet. I think that you're ready to go ahead and take your oath. To finally get in touch with that paladin-y power of yours. If you're ready to take the step.
He looks up at Lathander and he kind of takes a step onto his feet and he nods and he has this little determined look in his eye and he's like, I think I am ready, and even if I'm not, I'll prove myself ready.
All right. So stand tall then.
I mean, he stands taller. He's a tall little. No, he's not tall. He's a very short guy, but he straightens himself up.
And he sort of chuckles at this. Excuse me. All right then, I'll make this short and quick. In the light, I notice you. And with my light, may you take strength. And with that light, may you shield others, protect others, and to do what is right. May the light shine on you forever and always. And he takes the tip of his spear, taps it to one shoulder, and then taps it on the other. And then he holds out his spear, and he hands it to you. He holds out his hand, waiting for you to grab it.
Willie would, like, actually look surprised for a moment, but he gets the memo. He just very cautiously, but, like, he gingerly takes it. Like, he's showing it the reverence that he clearly believes it deserves.
And the minute you take it and the minute you grab it into your hands, it begins to disappear into sparkling light. And as that light sort of lifts up into the air, it then enters into you. As you begin to feel that very sunlight that Lathander just described a moment ago enter into your heart. And in that flash of very golden, warm light, it flashes for a moment and then disappears as you begin to kind of faintly glow a little bit yellow yourself. As that yellow glow then disappears back into you.
It's nice to feel a comfort and kind of warmth after all the fire in Avernus.
Well, then it will be your duty to be that light, young knight. To be the light that others look to and to take comfort within. Do not forget that.
Swear I won't.
And know that even though I may not always make as personal a visit as this one, I am always with you and I am always watching you. As will I be to the rest of your party as well. You have many eyes looking to you, little paladin. You and your party. They're all watching and waiting. And I, personally, expect a great many thing from your group.
I'll make you proud, then. We will.
Oh, I know you will.
I'll help us make you proud.
Well, don't keep that audience waiting then, you little performer. So, you sort of, you shoot back up and you shoot back away because you just shoot open your eyes.
He does, like, the deep breath, like, oh, I'm awake now.
You are definitely awake. You have never been so awake in your life.
Kind of looks at his hands like, huh.
And congratulations, you have taken your oath. Your oath, if I remember correctly, your oath of redemption.
Yup.
Congratulations, Willie is an Oath of Redemption paladin.
I dab. You can't see it, but I dab.
So
Dab.
happy for this boy.
He feels better. He feels like a lot of that anger has been, like, quelled a bit.
Oh.
Because it's like, a lot of the anger to begin with wasn't his to have, it was Enzo's. He was just mad about how the situation played out, but he feels a lot more calm now in terms of like, oh, I shouldn't be losing my cool right now. Whatever happens, we just gotta keep going. So he's gonna kind of look to the other party members to see how they're doing with their arrest.
Is that our cue, say something?
Yep.
Olga,
Yes.
Olga has
Whoever
one
would like
eye,
to.
one eye peeking open during her, like she was meditating this whole time, and she peeked one eye at him, and she's like, "Strange dream."
Not strange, just a little, shocking. Very bright white light.
Oh,
Yeah. And he kind of scooches closer to her and is like, I guess I'm a real paladin now.
she smiles at that. You had a visit?
I guess so. Is that how it is with yours?
I've had visits, yeah. I've never been a paladin before, but it sounds like you seem like you're doing better now.
Yeah. And now, I think those other two could use some cheering.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's my place to, cheer. Sometimes you gotta feel what you gotta feel too, and we can just be there for them.
Yeah. It's just important to let them know we're there. At all.
She nods.
And Willie inch towards Enzo.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay. Enzo. Enzo, Anky baby.
I know Yankee baby. Willie's not gonna push him. Willie's not gonna push him. He just wants to kind of approach for a moment.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, during this short rest, Enzo has basically just kind of, like, sat down and started meditating and not really interacted much at all. He's very serious, stone-faced. Yeah, pouting in the corner.
Oh,
He's brooding.
yeah.
Willie will very quietly kind of approach and sit, a little bit to the side in front of him. Just be like, you mind if I poke into your meditating here for a second?
I think Enzo looks at him and kind of gives a little snort.
Oh.
Not like not like aggressive at Willie. It's just a sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and a brief acknowledgement of his existence there.
Yeah. And he he just feels a little sassy and says, "Well, you already have." So.
Guess I have. Sorry about that. But it's important. I'm sorry about how that all went. And I know that that's probably not what you want to hear right now. What you want to hear is probably nothing at all, but it is still important, at least to me, to let you know that we're here. And whatever you want to do to deal with this, we're on board.
I think there is like when my god, they're running a marathon upstairs apparently. Holy shit. When Willie says like I'm sorry how that all shook out, like there's kind of a flash of annoyance in Enzo's eyes, but like it's gone as quick as it came. As he just kind of like lets out an exhale and he lets Willie continue. He doesn't interrupt him or anything. He listens, but he doesn't like really smile or anything, and he says words that I will find and say and convey to everyone shortly.
Take your time.
He says, what I want to do is do what we came here to do, which is find Zariel and convince her to help us free Zariel. What? Jesus. Convince her to free Elturel.
All right. Then we're on board. And he smiles and he's genuine about it, just like, whatever you need.
Enzo nods, but doesn't say anything more.
Willie can tell that, like, Enzo is he's in the thick of the soup, the misery soup. He's in the brooding zone. He's not gonna necessarily make a breakthrough here, but it's still very important to Willie that he, like, reinforces to Enzo, like, we as a group are here for you, and your needs and wants for what we should do are important.
Kisses Willie. I love him. Enzo's being a bitch baby right now.
I love him, even though he's a bitch baby. I love him.
Grumpy little man.
And with that, he will let Enzo return to the brooding. He's so rudely interrupted. And he will look to Puddles and see how she's doing.
She's still in that little heap. She's just curled into a little ball.
Oh, Willie feels so bad. Willie sees her internally. He's like, oh my god, baby.
I think her eyes are open and she's just staring blankly at the fire, not really like taking in anything around her.
Willie will very gently approach and sit close to the front of her, but a little off to the side, just like, hey there.
She kind of, her eyes flick up at him, and then look back at the fire, and she doesn't move her position at all.
I figure maybe you could use some good news? Something to help with all the, dreariness of Avernus. It's kinda sour.
And she looks back up at him again, still not really moving anything else, but she finally, like, her eyes are staying focused on him now. But they're kind of like, they're not happy eyes. They're very just, like, tired, stressed in a way. But he has her attention.
So he looks at her and he gives her like a reassuring smile. Like, so hold on a moment, actually, I have to sneeze. Chewie! That's me. That's not Willie, that's me.
Goes
That was
into
adorable.
Maya, too. Thank you. He says, so I closed my eyes, you know, gonna take a rest, everyone's resting, and I had a little, I guess you could call it a vision, a dream, a visit. I don't know, but I'm a real paladin now. I took an oath, and that's exciting. I guess that's good news for me, but I thought it might also be good news for you too, 'cause, well, maybe it'll make me a little more reliable in general, and, well, I know you're too nice of a person, so nice, and I know that you like being happy for other people.
Is he saying he's trying to cheer her up by relying on her being happy for him, as is her nature?
Yeah.
Hello. She's wearing a mask, but she does kind of shift her head, and I guess you can tell through her features above her mask and her eyes and stuff. She seems to be trying to smile at him.
Willie smiles right back and he's like, and I realized something else, and obviously there's no pressure here, but being, you know, wholly blessed by my good man Lathander has given me a really cool little gift.
Be careful, Willie. She's just kind of just waiting for him to continue.
I can't be poisoned or hurt by toxins or anything like that. I'm almost practically immune to those kinds of sicknesses. And it's real cool, I think. And well, I just wanted to. You matter to me, you know. In a way that a lot of people, you know, I after what happened with the circus, I didn't really let a lot of people get this close, and I'll be real. It's nice. And I kept thinking what I wouldn't give to see that sweet little Puddles finally get the kind of hug she deserves. And now, I'm not saying I'm gonna force it on you. I'm not gonna give you a hug now. No, go at your own pace. But what I am saying is, if you need one, your old pal Willie's right here.
Willie, I'm so sorry. You said the word. You said the word I was scared Willie would say. She's listening, and there's so the shifting of her thoughts, as you can see, it doesn't dawn on her what he means at first when he says that. She doesn't put two and two together because she's never had that option before. And then he starts talking about how important she is to him, and she's like, the gears are moving, like she's touched, but like she's also like there's this unease to it because she's starting to put the pieces together. And then when he mentions a hug, absolute horror strikes her features, and she just starts breathing very shallowly.
Oh, he'd notice very immediately. He is not dumb. He would be like, "Hey, that's a suggestion, not a demand. breathe with me. Breathe with me. You don't gotta do anything you don't want to. Breathe, breathe. He'd do deep breaths for her.
Sorry, I get in character.
If that ain't the right thing, then that's perfectly fine.
She's trembling a little, and she just says very shakily, "Willie, I think this place is getting to me more than it should at this point."
I don't think there's a more than it should. Things are allowed to get to you, but I get what you mean. It's, heavy. It's fucking scary. I'm proud of you. Even
Why?
though you're so deep out, you've been helping as much as you can.
How? I feel like I've only been causing problems lately.
Problems? Like what?
Like the soul coin. And I couldn't do anything for this fight.
You kept me from dying. And Enzo. Sometimes healing is the best thing you can do. And regardless, I wasn't exactly doing much either. I got my butt handed to me back there. So bad that my god had to come down into my brain and tell me, hey, I just saw you get your ass whooped. Here, take a little freebie.
Puddles starts sobbing. And she says, "I haven't heard from Eldoth at all the whole time I've been here. I feel so alone right now. I don't know if I'm making her happy. I don't know if she's ashamed of me, if I'm doing everything wrong."
Oh, hey. It's funny, Lathander mentioned Eldoth. She is still watching. Something about it being against the rules to get this close, and Lathander being a guy who doesn't really care about the rules. But I think maybe he told me about Eldoth because he wanted me to let you know.
She stops. She calms down a little bit at that. But there's just I don't know how to describe it, like it's just a deadness to her.
You're gonna be okay. And I know it doesn't feel like that right now, but if you don't trust yourself, I'm gonna ask you a big question, and I want to know the true answer, okay? Do you trust me?
And she gives a little nod.
Then trust that I am gonna do everything I can to make us all get out okay. And that I trust that you will do the same. I trust you. And even if you don't trust yourself, I trust you. Because I know you're one of the damn most impressive gals I've ever seen in my life. That I've ever met. So if we can't trust ourselves, let's trust each other?
She tries to smile at that, and she gives a little nod. Sorry, she's very quiet right now.
Okay.
No, he figures. He figures. He's just like, all right. I think you should use the rest of this time here to try to breathe. You've seemed like you got dozens of thoughts swimming around in that little head, and I know it can be hard to empty your head, but I think you could benefit a little from just trying as best as you can to empty it a little for just a minute. Just breathe in the air. The sweet, sweet Avernus air. But you know what I mean, right?
She does like give this tiny, tiny laugh. The sweet Avernus air, yeah.
Yeah. You know, ain't it beautiful around here? We got all these cobblestones and the bright red, always red sky.
Oh, it's a literal hellhole, and I hate everything about this place.
Oh, no, yeah, it sucks. But hey, all the more reason to trust we'll get right back out of here and back to Baldur's Gate where we'll see a blue sky again for fucking God, the first time in ages.
And she does actually sort of seem to relax a little bit at that thought. And she's like, yeah, we can go home.
We're gonna get each other home, Puddles. Mark my big ol' words.
She gives a little bit more of a animated, there's more motion to her as she nods.
His expression softens a bit and he's like, that's my girl. He clearly thinks very highly of her.
She actually reaches out, gloved hand, but takes his hand and says earnestly, thank you, Willie.
He's so happy. He's holding her hands back immediately. He's just like, ah. But he's like, of course. You don't gotta thank me. I'm just talking to a friend. You don't gotta thank me for that. I love talking to a friend. I love talking to you, Puddles.
And she's smiling more earnestly, and she's like, you're a good friend.
Oh golly, you're gonna make me blush.
And she gives his hand a squeeze.
Oh, his big fat heart is expanding in his little chest. He's just like, yes, there she is. There's the girl. He care her platonically so goddamn much.
Yeah. It's so wholesome.
He's gonna spend the rest of his resting time holding her hand if he can.
Aw, sure. She won't stop that. She actually, it can just be idle talk. It doesn't have to be, like, part of the scene, but she'll probably start finally opening up and curiously asking him more about his encounter and what it was like and stuff.
Yeah. They can chit-chat. That's how they'll kill the rest of the rest time.
And let's see. And Lulu, for the rest of it, Lulu is just has kind of just remained sleeping, as she is tired. Anais has just sort of sat there and has just been flipping her coin the entire time. Just flattening it on the top of her hand, looking at the result, and then just flipping the coin again. And then slamming it flat on the top of her palm and then looking at the result. Well, she was a lot more elegant than what I just tried to do. But
she's a professional.
Yeah. But with each result that she looks, they're not happy looks. As they all just kind of seem to end up tails. And she is, you notice the veracity of how she just is continually she flips the coin, she slams it. She flips the coin, she slams it. Every single time it is tails. She just grips that coin angrily and then just sort of She almost kind of motions her hand like she's wanting to throw it against the wall, but she hesitates. And then just slips the coin back into her pocket.
These are bad omens.
Yeah.
Really giving pep talks, and meanwhile the fate of the world is like, but what if things sucked?
How strong can Willie's pep talks carry the team?
He will do his goddamn best. He promised Lathander. He promised Daddy Lathander he'd do his best.
Oh.
Welcome to hell. Literally. Man, after their rest, Willie's gonna be so ready to get moving. He's like, we got work to do. We gotta get home. He's motivated. He's probably in too good of a mood for someone stuck in a furnace.
Yeah.
Like Connor does in Detroit. Probably a little better than that. Give her some credit. But, yeah, so I'm just basically going to say, just for expediting sake, that you do take your short / actually long rest, because functionally this counts as a long rest, because it might as well be. But so you all make your way outside back to the corpse grinder. As you see, Loopsy still just kind of she's washing it. She's giving it a wash.
Aww.
Car wash.
Well, as best that she can, considering the bucket that she has is filled with water, but it's like water that's from one of the local wells. It's very muddy. It's very muddy, disgusting water. She's a little disappointed in herself that she couldn't clean it, but I mean, she tried to with whatever magic she has, and wild magic sorcerer. The other bucket turned into a potted plant, so she could not purify the water.
Willie goes up and is like, "Oh, Loopsy, you didn't have to." Like he's like acting as if she did the world's best cleaning job.
Well, I know this is crap, but I can only... Well, there's only so much water here, and this water is... I hope it's mud. That's all I'm saying. I hope it's mud that's in this water, and not anything else. I'm gonna pretend, for my own sake, that it's just mud.
I'm sure it is, Loopsy. You did your best. I think that's worth more than enough.
Yeah, hopefully. So, did you all get in there what you needed to do?
Just about, I'd imagine. And he looks at the others for input like, yeah, we got what we needed, even though our time in there did suck ass, and some of us did almost die.
Oh dear.
It was messy, but hey, we got what we needed. That's the good part.
Well, I suppose the rig is all ready to go whenever you need to. Although, I should warn you, we're about half full on the... I mean, I can't really read the engine, but it's got this green tube thing that was... I'm guessing that's the odometer for, like, the engine, or, like, how much fuel. That's the gauge for the fuel tank. I think we're at about half full.
Hopefully that'll get us where we need to go. To the Bleeding Citadel, yeah?
Rip to the scab.
Alright. And he motions to the car and to the party, just like, after you?
Puddle's
Oh,
buried.
Puddle.
Buries her face at the mention of fuel.
She knows. That is one of the things that is just permanently burned into her memory, was burning a soul coin.
Don't worry, guys. Enzo's got another.
Willie also has one.
Anais has 3.
Puddles is
So
going to
does
just
Oliver.
cover her ears and bury her face and try to drown it out if they have to burn another one.
So anyways, you have another to burn. You can go head. You all can head straight to the Bleeding Citadel, to the Scab, if you so wish, or you can choose to go around the wastes to perhaps another location. But that decision is entirely up to you.
I can't see us needing to go anywhere else. We're all desperate to get home, I'd imagine. Especially Enzo and Puddles.
Okie doke.
Just get us out of here.
Okie doke. So, and I'm assuming that Olga is going to be the one driving, since Olga has been the one driving this entire time.
She knows how to drive.
He has the driver's license.
You do notice that hanging from what you can only assume is like the rear window, or like the rear window of like the car. In between, there are now fuzzy dice hanging from in between them.
Ah.
We love the fuzzy dice. Let's go.
Yep. So, okay. Well, okay. Just for expediency's sake, let's go ahead and have you go forward. Fuzzy D20s.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but as you continue forward, you continue along as it is still screeching horrors upon screeching horrors. And sprinkled in between vast spaces of just a lot of red and a lot of sand. Just still dusty and as miserable as before. Until you eventually, as you see from the horizon sort of peeking up, and once you finally get close enough to it, you finally see just this gigantic river. This gigantic green flowing river that seems to be kind of blocking your path.
There's gotta be a way around it, I'd imagine.
Lulu sort of peeks out of the window trying to see what's kind of going on, and I guess, I don't know, is Gargunth out?
Yeah, Willie would probably pull out Gargunth like, hey, this look familiar?
What? Oh, yes. Huh? Oh. I forgot about that.
You forgot about what, buddy?
The river Styx.
Oh, that's the river Styx. I guess it makes sense. It is a big river.
A very vast river. One that is nearly impossible to cross. Not unless you are foolish enough to swim through it. If you can even last that long.
It's fine. I mean, I knew a Styx once. I mean, a guy named Styx once, so, like, I bet I could handle swimming across. You know, he's probably related.
I would not get too cocky about that.
I guess you're probably right.
Can
But,
Puddles hear all this too?
Yeah, I mean, Gargunth
Yeah.
isn't like... He's not hiding it.
She meekly says, I am really good at swimming. I can breathe underwater. Would that help?
What dwells deep within the river Styx is not water. What dwells within the river Styx are the souls who have yet to be judged for their crimes. Those who have yet to meet their fate.
Pleasant.
Yeah, Puddles looks kind of mournfully out at it.
There's no bridge? Nobody ever thought to build a bridge over this thing?
There are methods. The army does use boats. But if I remember correctly, those are manned by Zariel's men. Although
Okay, what if we I have a solution as a player that I need to ask the DM about.
Oh.
Sure.
What if we turned into wind?
I mean,
Do we
technically,
have that?
yeah, Puddles has that as a necklace.
Can we become
Wind
wind?
solves
Can we
every
wind
problem.
across? Yeah!
I mean, you'll be without your vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck ass. But I mean,
an
oh
option.
fuck,
I
it's
mean,
an
just
option.
Theoretically, we won't fucking need the vehicle.
Because on the
We
wind,
will be
we can go
wind
wherever
with
we want.
Listen,
You're
I need you to understand. As wind, we have a speed of 300 feet per 6 seconds.
We
We
do
don't
need
need the vehicle anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, wait.
You're
The vehicle
certainly.
has fuzzy dice. And
Vehicle
we
does
set up
have
a
fuzzy
grill in
dice.
there.
We might lose it forever if we leave it out here.
My boombox.
Well, you're
We
You're gonna
might
certain.
lose
take
it
we-
my
forever.
cassette.
Maybe we could
you guys-
leave someone with the car to protect it.
Aw. Who would we trust with that?
We leave Gargoon.
Gargoon?
Willie sets down the shield. All right, Gargoon,
Gargoon's
blast
just-
everyone who gets close to here.
No! He would get stolen with the car!
It's like,
I literally cannot shoot. I can't shoot magic without a user. I'm just a shield.
Well, shit.
we leave Gargoon in the car, and then we put a gun on top of Gargoon. There you go, buddy.
I have no fucking hands, you plebeian.
No, it's fine. I believe in you.
Asshole.
If one of us learned a polymorph spell, we could give him little arms.
You think? Oh, I never. Oh, well, look at me. I guess I never thought of doing a polymorph on. You think I didn't think of doing a polymorph on me? In the thousands of years that I've been trapped as a shield, you think that I didn't think of a polymorph?
Puddles doesn't say
Yeah.
any of this, by the way.
You think I didn't think of a polymorph, you asshole?
I'm a shield. Of course, I thought about polymorph.
I'm a devil that's thousands of years old. Of course I've thought of it.
Oh no, we got him pumped. We got him worked up.
Willie wouldn't leave Gargoons behind anyway. Willie likes
Yeah.
Gargoons too much. He's like, no, that's my homeboy.
I don't know if they've even suggested the wind thing out loud.
But
No, I
anyways,
haven't suggested. I was asking the DM if it was possible, and it is technically possible, but
well,
we'd
you
be
can try.
ditching the car.
I feel like
you
there'd
could
be
try.
a penalty for trying.
There might be.
Because that'd be
Bastard
bypassing a
DM.
lot.
Well, as Gargunth was like,
there is one more option. You could ask the ferryman to take you across the river. The ferryman serves no one but themselves.
Oh, they them.
It's got a
Happy for
face.
diversity. Sorry, that's a joke. He doesn't actually say that.
what was Olga going to say?
Oh, she at the mention of ferryman, she raises an eyebrow, just like, don't you gotta pay though?
Yes, you do. A soul coin for each passenger.
Yeah,
Too
that's what
rich.
you-
Too rich for our blood. Quite literally, we do not have enough soul coins for
Yeah, Puddles
everyone.
is
I
like,
do not think.
I really hate it here. I will say, Dell, with your plan though, I'm going to give this to you because it was your idea first. Most of the party could turn to wind, where only one person with the car pays the ferryman.
Ooh. That would be. I feel like Willie would say, like, can't we turn the wind? And then Puddles could come up with that part.
Sure, yeah.
A quick question.
Yes.
Will the ferryman be able to take our car?
It is assumed that the ferryman's boat is big enough for most things. So theoretically,
It's a cruise ship.
It's a cruise ship.
Not quite. I guess you'd have to seek out the ferryman to see if you could.
Corpse cruise, corpse cruise, corpse cruise.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah. But anyways, but yeah, Gargoon says. Okay, hold on. Let me just. Okay,
You need more water?
just gotta wiggle my throat a little bit. It's hard doing the Doctor Doom voice. But anyways,
You can talk in a normal voice if you need to give it a break.
maybe, but I must suffer for art. Anyways,
We as players are begging you not to suffer.
too bad. Anyways, so he's like,
Yes, yeah, but yes, for the ferryman, it is a soul coin per passenger. I don't know if they changed their rates since then, but that's what I remember.
Think we could get a discount?
How the fuck do you get a discount for one soul coin?
I don't know, like a family deal. Like, oh, you know, a couple soul coins off if you get this many people across the river. I don't know.
Like a first buyer's discount or something?
I guess.
I guess convince them. I don't know.
Oh, I can be convincing. Hold on. Do we need me to persuade the ferryman? I can persuade the ferryman.
You want to
I
persuade?
have a,
You
I have a
want,
plus. I have a plus 15 in persuasion.
you want to persuade a god?
This is where Puddle's like, I can turn most of the party into wind, so I could just stay with the car.
We could wind across. Yeah.
you can certainly try.
I want
We're
Willie
gonna
to
die.
eat shit.
We're gonna die.
Anyways,
No, we're gonna be fine.
What? Like fucking. We're wind. What's the fucking river gonna do?
I don't know, but I don't like the way he looked at me just now.
It,
Oh no!
so, like, first off, you should turn everyone into wind anyway, and then whoever's staying with the car will just turn back and stay with the car, but they will have the ability to turn into wind
Enzo
and, like,
should say
catch
this.
up with this.
Enzo should say this.
Yeah,
That's
I'm-
assuming that Enzo is familiar with the necklace.
That's
Well,
true.
there's that. I was also just saying it to clarify plan wise.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
It's a
sorry.
good idea.
no, Quinn's
it's a
saying
good
above
idea.
board. Yeah, there's just saying above board. That is what you can do.
I don't know if Puddles would think of that. I guess I could
Roll.
just bypass.
I guess if you want to know, roll religion or Arcana. I can
Well, no,
accept
she
that.
knows how the
Oh, she knows-
necklace
okay.
works. I'm saying I don't know if she'd think to turn everybody to wind, including the one who's staying with the car. That's clever. She's not always clever.
I mean, do you want to just do a wisdom check then?
Sure. I'll do a wisdom.
Just a
check.
flat wisdom
Yeah.
or a flat intelligence, whichever one you want to do.
That's a 2. Puddles is depressed, guys.
No, okay, yeah, she's as thick as bricks. Okay. Well, I mean,
Olga could just suggest it. if
Yeah, sure.
Nobody
Okay.
wants to.
okay. I guess Olga, if you wanna.
Okay, so what was Quinn saying above board? We turn everybody to wind?
Mhm.
Why is that
With-
important?
Well, it's to turn
So-
everyone into wind. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say that you turn everyone to wind, including the person who is going to stay behind, because that way they will still have the benefits of the wind walk spell, like for the next 8 hours, as well as everyone else.
It is
So that,
smart.
like, if something happens, like, you know, we get across and we still need to do windy stuff, then that person isn't, like, left behind, kind of
Right.
thing.
You're right. That is smart. So whoever wants to suggest that, because I'm sorry, Puddles would not be that smart. Because I wasn't that smart.
I don't think that Willie knows about the wind thing, actually.
Okay.
I just loved Windwalk. Windwalk is my favorite spell.
Puddles did out loud say she's willing to turn the party into wind, but one person stay behind. That's how far she got.
Okay. So you tell that?
Yes. She
Okay.
did say that.
Okay.
She said that out loud.
So, let me get this right. You are able to transform into wind and then travel the great distances. Oui?
Yes.
And how many did you say you could do? Is it only the two people, or is there more?
Let me get it! I know it's a party. I think it's up to 6. Let me double check though.
Roughly?
Prayer. Necklace. Beads. Wind. Will that find it? Nope.
You have to put 5e.
5e. Wiki duck.
Yeah, the necklace of prayer beads. Yep. Necklace of prayer beads. It then turns into Windy Walk. Click Windy Walk. Windy Walk.
10. Up to 10.
Okie doke. Would you say, I say, a squadron of people? Yes?
Yes.
So at least 10. So theoretically, you could turn everyone here into wind if you wished.
Yes.
But one of us will likely stay here if we wish to keep this thing. She taps her foot on the soul grinder. Unless we wish to just abandon this hunk of crap, which I guess one could.
I don't like the idea of leaving the car.
Then one of us will have to stay behind. And
You stay behind, Anais?
I would be willing to, if that is what you wish. Anais has 3.
Olga. Olga. Yeah, okay. But even if we have 8 soul coins, I would still be using, like, pretty much most, if not all of them, to get us across if we did the ferryman way. So I think we should be windy boys.
I'm scared because of what Dermis did, but it sounds like a sane plan and character, so...
Olga's a bat. You're gonna sneak us in like fucking theater candy? Wait! Willie has hammer space!
Are there consequences to putting conscious sentient beings into hammer space?
Because if you
I don't
do...
think so!
Well, okay. Although I will say, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to follow the rules of a bag of holding for that. The reason Gargunth can get away with that is because Gargunth isn't a living being. So he doesn't need to breathe. But everybody else needs to breathe. And technically, a conscious creature in a bag of holding can only last for about 10 minutes in that thing before losing oxygen.
Shit, okay. So what you're saying is we could fit everyone into Willie's hat as long as he holds his hat open so people can breathe.
No, they would still be in the pocket dimension. That's not how it works. Just because you take off the hat doesn't mean... It's like if you...
Damn it!
It's like opening...
Damn it!
It's like, does that mean oxygen happens if you keep the bag of holding open? No.
We
Because
need
it opens into a pocket
spa.
dimension.
We need a
Also, the
pocket
ferryman's
spa.
gonna be like, "Why are you holding your hat out like that? This feels fucking weird, mate." And then looks in.
I'm
and
a
sees, like,
beggar.
20
I'm
fucking people.
hoping for coins.
Stowaways.
The ferryman would just be like, well, okay, but this trip takes an hour.
Oh.
Shit!
Oh no!
But how fucking funny would it be if we could fit everyone in Willie's hat?
Literally, the only person who can fit into your hat is Gargunth. But that's only because he
What?
cannot breathe.
But consider it would be funny.
Yes, it could be funny.
Would
But
we?
also
Do
deadly.
we have to pay for Gargooth?
Oh, do we have to pay for Gargoonth? Oh my god.
If he keeps his damn mouth shut, we don't have to pay for him.
We're always teasing Gargooth.
Well, I guess you'd have to find out.
This is like when you take your 16-year-old to the restaurant, but they're short and have a baby face, and you say, "All right, while you're here, you're like 9, okay? Don't fucking say otherwise."
Gargunth
But
looks mad.
consider,
Gargunth looks mad at that suggestion, but it's just like,
Fine.
but consider if we put everyone in Willie's hat.
you will die.
Really? That sounds terrifying.
I guess it would be pretty scary. I mean, we can put Gargoonth in the hat, then the ferryman won't know we have Gargoonth, so we won't have to pay for Gargoonth.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The easiest one you could do is just put Gargunth in there, because Gargunth isn't alive.
Damn. Okay, here's a thought. Loopsy and Anais can watch the car, and then everyone else can wind across, and we'll see whatever happens. Because Dermis is being cryptic for no reason, but I know for a fact the fucker wouldn't pull out an insta-kill if we tried to wind across.
Apparently, there are no official rules on it, and a lot of people agree that the only thing stopping you from being inside the bag of holding is the entrance is small, otherwise it's safe instead. That said, the DM is most important. See, but I heard the report that in a bag of holding, you could only hold your breath for about 10 minutes.
I've heard something in a separate campaign about, like, it is not actually safe nor possible to have a living being in a bag of holding.
Like,
Yeah.
Sorry, I typed it because I didn't want to be disruptive.
Okay.
Again, it's DM rule. That's number one. But like, I'm just not seeing
Yeah.
anything about that. Like,
Okay.
there's no breath
Yeah.
holding.
Yeah.
You know?
I think, well, yeah, it could just be a very popular homebrew rule, just so that people don't screw over the DM so much with that.
Yeah, there's apparently no official rules about it. Like, that's what people are saying.
There's something on Roll20 about it. Hold on.
That said, I don't think Olga could fit her fat ass into Willie's hat regardless, so.
Aw, boo! But her titties!
I didn't never think we'd get into this popular argument of can you stuff a person into the bag of holding argument. But okay,
We're getting deep in it too.
I
We're
guess
doing
okay.
research and everything.
Let's answer the age-old question.
Oh, even DM now is researching.
From Roll20,
There's Quinn
if
posted
the
a big.
bag, breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to, excuse me, a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, after
Oh,
which time they begin to suffocate. So we have less time.
No,
for
that's
all of us
bad.
to use it.
that's a big
bad.
group. Yeah,
That's from
that's like a
that's
minute.
from Roll20,
Oh.
which is like a relatively official source. Like it draws from official material in some
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah. Also, Olga's like probably hovering around half that weight already. So
She's a big gal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64
Yeah.
cubic feet. Yep.
Her ass alone exceeds a volume of 64 cubic feet.
Fine, I will concede. I will concede that no Willy hat, even though it would be very funny.
Okay.
It would be very funny, and I'm glad it's still mentioned.
Okay.
I love our
so,
brainstorming. It's great.
I do still think we should do the wind, because even if Dermis has some stupid shit planned to fuck us over, I don't think he'd be an asshole enough to be like, and then hands reached out of the river and somehow grabbed the wind and you all died. Like, he
No.
wouldn't just kill us.
But
Don't
we
think
would just
so.
get dragged into the
Don't
river.
think me a hack.
Okay.
Anyways, so does that mean you're going to search out the ferryman first? And get that whole situation situated before you turn into wind?
Well, now hold on. Because if we search out the ferryman, we're like, okay, we're gonna pay for like 2 people to go across, and then the rest of us are just gonna like wind across. I feel like the ferryman's gonna be like, hold on, actually, no, stop that. You still have to pay me. This is my fucking
Hold
river."
on. It's not his river, it's his boat.
It would be Zariel's
That-
domain. The River
that
Styx exists
and-
in Zariel's domain.
That and the river isn't the sky. So
That's true. Does every flying demon have to pay to cross the river? That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know the ferryman's actual like,
devil,
rules
excuse
and
me.
procedure and price on crossing.
Our
Right.
characters don't know either. I do get your worry too, though, because I had that worry myself. Like, do we need
The
them
ferryman's
to
like, you're gonna fucking cut me out of the deal? Goddamn.
I. Hmm. Beb.
Beb.
BRB even. Okay, so
Beb.
BRB. Okay.
Is it break time?
Let me see. It's all about 15 minutes until that, I guess. So theoretically we could.
Yeah.
Okay,
Early break.
sure. 10 minutes.
Baba Booey. I like how we continue the plot, get to a roadblock, and we're like, we're gonna spend the next, 20 minutes figuring out how to get past the roadblock.
right.
Okay.
D&D, baby! Woo!
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal for D&D.
Like I said, I would never kill you guys in one hit.
Honey, my beloved who is listening, can you post another work in progress in the text chat for me, please?
If you kill Lulu, I will be so mad. She's our
Lulu
little
is a
spirit.
baby.
She's our little spirit guide.
Why would you ever accuse me of doing that?
I'm actually surprised we're thinking of turning her into wind. But I guess we don't need a
Do you really think? Well, do you really think her little elephant wings can fly the expanse of the River Styx?
I thought we were turning her to wind.
Yeah, but you were just saying, why are we turning her into wind? And I was just like, well,
Well, I
because
thought-
her little wings can't go across the River
Well,
Styx.
for a second, my brain was like, she could stay with the car.
I
But
mean,
it would be
theoretically she could,
expensive.
but she also can't drive it because it requires a steering. Hey, Calvin, why
Well, I
don't
was
you?
thinking of her with Anais. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, her, Anais, and Loopsy. Woo!
Oh, look at the shading.
The goop!
Love it. I love that the horns are coming out of goop. It's such a cool design idea.
Thank you. I did pop off a little.
You did.
No, most of their design came from Dermis, and I'm very appreciative of that. It's very fun. The goop!
Hey, Homs.
Honey, it's so fun to see you drawing your real husband. Your real man's husband.
Also, I apologize in advance. I guess Puddles is still kind of sad.
It's
I
fine.
think she's just eternally sad now.
Yep.
Aww.
Enjoy that, love. Because from here on out, this is where DM takes off the baby gloves.
Oh no, we're gonna die, guys.
Oh, do not kill me. Do not kill Willie. You can't kill Willie. You're not allowed.
Excuse me.
Willie survives. Willie survives.
If
I'm back.
honey,
You're
I know
allowed
where
to kill Enzo. It's fine.
I know where you live. If you kill Puddles, I'm coming for you. I had to make that joke.
Mm. I think, well, let's see. I guess with this one, they would be his usual blues. Although if you wanted to take the evil route, you could just go with, like, reds or something.
Evil Red Willie. Fucked up and evil Twisted Willie. All his blues are replaced with reds.
Well,
Go with reds. Go
well-
with reds. No,
well-
this is fucked up Twisted Evil Willie. You go with reds.
well, you
Go
either...
with
Lord.
I would either say go reds, or if you wanted to stick to the whole Mamon thing, gold.
Gold.
Red lined with gold.
Wee.
Since this is a world where supposedly Willie made a deal with Mamon. So, if he made a deal with Mamon, then it would be a lot of gold. Hell, I'm surprised his horns aren't gold.
That would also look cool.
Ooh. Ooh, shiny.
But yes, I wasn't serious. You can kill Puddles. I'll be very sad.
I mean, I know you guys have accepted the...
I hate that fucking emote. I hate that meme. I hate it. Honey! Where did you put that emote? Where is it? I hate it. I need it gone.
But I know you guys took the ever so important oath that all players take when going into a D&D game, and that is, it is the acceptance that your character could possibly maybe die.
I know. It'll just make me very sad if/when Willie dies.
No, I don't like that when. I don't like a when being in this. Willie is taking on a lot of responsibility, though, and that worries me. That worries me a little bit.
He's gonna do his goddamn best. That's all you can ask of him.
He's trying to carry the team.
The team is currently in emotionally dire straits, and he's like, "Welp, I'm gonna be the glue."
Oh, Willie.
Enzo is a mad little broody boy. Puddles has depression and anxiety and PTSD. Olga is blue.
Oh, by the way,
Olga
Del,
is blue.
did you see
Yeah.
did you see the Invincible trailer for season 2?
I did! Invincible! I'm not ready for more Invincible. I know it's been so long. You ruined a perfectly good frog is what you did. Look at her. She has anxiety. Puddles, my beloved. My little baby. My little babushka. I hold her in my arms. Willie really is kind of taking on the whole, like, Atlas holding the world on his back thing here. Like, okay, I'm gonna carry the party emotionally. As best as I can manage.
Might need to be longer than expected. One of the cats threw up. I'm betting it's Calvin.
Oh, the kitties.
Speaking of kitties and babushkas, we found out that Sandwich is a boy.
Sandwich? Can I see pictures of Sandwich?
Sure. Hang on.
I was wondering what that smell was, but
I just
guess it was him.
realized 3 of my future Psychomasters players are in this call now too. Yay.
Mm.
Cause it's Dermis and my honey and also Yaru. Hello. Hello. I missed Baylor. I miss Baylor a lot.
It's so funny that you approached me then because literally the day before I just started thinking about that group and was basically low key having it in the back of my head the day before and that day.
Oh, I don't think I've told you. I think you're the only
Yeah, this is going
future
to
party member. One of the only future party members I haven't told you
you
yet.
guys can figure
The,
things out, I guess, while I clean all this.
Oh no. I was gonna say,
Shouldn't take
so
that long.
the basic concept is you guys are agents turned counselors at the new summer camp, so it's not Whispering Rock. They have a new second one now. That is for troubled minds, troubled youths. This is for the kids that are too bad for even Whispering Rock. This is for the naughty children.
Oh no. Baylor got fucking kidnapped and forgotten about during the last one.
I mean, it's the same group of kids. So they could do it again.
No.
They could kidnap Baylor again. These
Yeah,
children
freaking
could
awesome.
hold your player character at gunpoint again.
God damn
Yes,
it.
honey, I will give you the love interest for your specific OC. I will.
Me and Dorky can continue our freaking slow burn double idiot time.
Will burn double idiot romance.
They're so stupid. I love that Baylor's like I purposely made it so that like I'm not completely ignoring. Like if he gets enough clues, he's gonna figure out that Pascal is a vampire. But right now, it is not a possibility, so he's not catching on. To his brain, it's not a possibility.
Baylor's like, what's a vampire?
Like vampires aren't real. So why think it?
Oh, goodness me. I'm just excited. I'm almost done with updating the book, which is good. And you guys can make player sheets and whatnot. And I feel bad. I was doing a mini loop campaign, but I don't think I have the energy to finish it, which makes me very sad.
That's fine.
Yeah, because the time passed and some other stuff happened, so I was like, God damn it.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm in these pictures and I don't feel like cropping them, so.
In the general. Oh! Look at that little kitty!
He's gotten so big.
His little fur. Oh my god. Look at him. Look at his little tuchus. Oh, what a little boy. Oh my goodness. Oh.
We've been joking
Delight.
around that he is Doodle too, because it's like he reminds us of Doodle, and it was only after Doodle passed away that his personality started coming in. I'm so proud of him though. He's finally a cat. He tracks our hands and everything.
I am happy that Dermis will be making a new character, but I will say I do miss Kaboom. I miss him.
Oh, new character. Kaboom didn't get his character arc.
Oh no, he's dead.
He's not dead! Don't you dare. I hold Kaboom. Don't kill him. I love him. Fuck you.
As you say.
The raw distress in my voice upon hearing that. Do with your OC what you'd like, but I'm going to ignore that you just said that he's dead.
Well, Calvin sure is complaining.
Beast?
This is one of the first pictures we took of him when we brought them all into the house.
Oh my goodness. Little.
What a baby.
Little.
He was so thin, and like we could feel his spine and his ribs very easily. And we're pretty sure he would not have lasted much longer had we not brought him in.
Oh, Beast.
He is a little shit and always wants to be held. I was trying to leave, and I made the mistake of standing too close to the bed while I was leaving. And he friggin' Shadow the Colossus up onto me, like while I was turning. Like made the leap onto me and started climbing.
Oh, okay. It should be noted, I was just, Kaboom's fate was left kind of obscure, I guess. Whatever happened to him is basically a mystery. He may have died, he may not have died.
In this canon, it is like a redo of the old, like, thing, so... I mean, I don't know, I'm just sad. I feel bad he never got to have a character arc. He had the bones of one beginning, and then I fucked up. It's a
Well,
DM.
It was not.
Continue.
It was not you. It was more me. I was the one who kind of screwed it up with him. He was not. I had an idea with that character, and it did not work. It simply did not work.
I love him, though, and I miss him. And I hold him in my hands.
Hey, Hobbs. Did you steal Mama's chair? Did you steal Mama's chair? You definitely stole Mama's chair. Alright, well, let me just check the time. Well, we can kind of do the fade back method with Tree, if y'all are okay with just a bit of,
I'm okay with a longer break if she needs longer to come back.
if you're fine with it.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it too. I'm just chilling.
Okay. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Tree had said that she's okay with a fade back. So. But, okie doke.
I'm working on a latch hook carpet. Rug, not carpet. Rug.
Oof, excuse me.
I will be right back.
Okie doke.
So the question is, do I put Hobbs up with Calvin if Calvin has to stay locked up? So
You
probably.
mean you're locking him up in the bathroom, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, because he's vomiting and not digesting his food at all.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like in his kennel. Then if that's the case, yeah, I mean he would have to be in the bathroom too. We can't just have him not.
Access to the litter boxes.
Can't have him just not have a litter box. So
I feel bad because look at him.
I mean, sure, but it's not his fault. And if you want to make it up to him, you can give him a treat after he comes out or something.
I'm gonna put you guys up for at least an hour, I think.
Won't be that long. It'll only be for an hour anyway. Yeah. So it'll be fine.
Poor sleepy boy. I sure did have time to think about what happens if things do go wrong when they fly.
Mm.
But I'm not going to divulge it. Ooh, it's coming along. Okay, I am finally back. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, just give me one little memento.
Oh my gosh. Shaken dog.
Okay, sorry. Just had to do a brief little behind the computers thing.
Mm.
But okay. I'll wait for everyone to get back here, of course. It looks like Dell had to get up to do something, but once he's back, we'll go ahead and continue.
Alright, I'm back. I had to make a phone call, but I'm still here.
Alright, cool. So we can go ahead and continue then. So yeah, you are still driving to the river Styx, but Olga obviously stops just short of obviously running the damn thing into the river. And as like Gargunth said, on one end of the river, on one end you do kind of see like the makings of like a dock. That dock being what you assume to be like Zoriel's men, that Zoriel's men use to get boats and drive across and everything. So they're like down the left of the river. And down the right of the river, you do see the vague silhouette of what seems to be a very large boat. So what do you want to do first? I'm assuming you're going down to the ferryman's first, or are you just gonna blast ass into wind and hope for the best?
Puddles is looking to the others for decision, but holding her necklace at the ready.
We could try the wind plan first to see if we're even able to get across that way before we go to the ferryman.
How would we let the parties that are hanging back know if we made it?
Could just go across, come back. Assumably, if nothing stops us on the way there, nothing would stop us on the way back.
And Puddles gives a nod at this. The logic seems sound.
Okay, so which one of you wants to be the first one to try to cross the river?
Enzo will go. Enzo can swim 50 feet if there's something. Something happens. No, wait! Oh, wait!
No.
I'm a bug!
Oh no.
I can run across water!
Oh. Is he gonna just do that? Not even do the wind thing?
Is he
Well-
wanting to try to run across the river Styx?
No, I'll do the wind thing. The wind is still
I
the
mean,
better plan.
I
but,
mean,
like,
if you want to try to run across the river Styx, you're more than welcome to try.
I feel like that's even more dangerous than the wind.
that's more dangerous than the wind. Enzo wouldn't do it as much as I want him to. But maybe he'll be forced to do it. We'll see. But anyway, Enzo will. Enzo can try to do that first.
Did anybody put the idea in Puddle's head to turn everybody to wind?
Yep.
Okay. So she's
Yes.
just gonna. She's going to. She's looking at everybody. She's like, "You guys ready? I've never done this for a group before."
Do not worry, I will be here and watch the car. Unless we are choosing to abandon this,
No, we want the car.
then I can drive it away.
Puddles leans over to whoever's nearest. Who's nearest to her?
I'm guessing that would be Olga, since she is the one driving.
And Puddles is like, "Do we want to leave the car with the person who keeps suggesting to get rid of the car?"
Olga shrugs. She seems okay with it.
Puddles leaves it at that.
Okay. Alright, so you're using your beat?
Yep.
Okay. So you all step out of the car, each and every one of you. Anais makes sure to stay behind into the car.
Actually, I want to extend that just a little bit. I'm sorry.
Sure.
She shrugs, but then she looks at her and she's like, "You want me to stay?" She's asking genuinely.
Would you be okay with that? We should
She
probably
nods.
ask. probably double check with everyone else too.
She nods to that too.
So Puddles looks at Anais and she takes a deep breath. She's like, "I'm sorry, I'm going to be rude for a second. Guys, do we want to leave the car alone with the person who wants to keep getting rid of the car?"
When did I ever say that I wanted to get rid of the thing? I was just wanting to know what your plan is.
Well, you keep suggesting, like, adding...
Well,
we
is it
definitely
really
want to keep the car.
Well, is it really because of that reason?
Yes, actually.
Or is it just because you simply don't trust me?
Do you think I've trusted you for a while, but you sure are bringing that up now. Lois, like, throws her hands up. It's like, gosh, you earned your trust. Why do you think I don't trust you still? You just keep suggesting, like, adding, do we want to keep the car?
Well, you're the one that was insinuating something I never said.
Well, you did say a thing, and that's one way to interpret it.
Or it could just be interpreting it as I was just wanting clarity, but apparently you assumed that my need for clarity was duplicitous.
Well, you said it multiple times.
I said it only twice.
Like 3 times at least.
And that was enough for you to insinuate that?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to keep repeatedly saying.
Did you even not bother to ask?
Both of you. Stop. Enzo says, kind of seriously.
Puddles is huffy.
Someone has to stay with the car to ensure it gets across with the ferryman. Let's have a vote. Then, fairest way to do it. Who is okay with Anais staying behind with the car? And Enzo will raise his hand.
Willie kind of raises his hand. He likes Anais. He doesn't have any issues with her.
Puddles is just glaring.
Olga raises her hand, but she clarifies, I'm willing to stay behind as well. After all, 2 people together is better than 1, in case anything goes wrong.
That's fine. But alright. Anais and Olga can stay behind. The rest of us can go across as winged.
Puddles is like kicking at the ground and she just jumps out the car first, grumbling, making me out to be the bad guy just because I took something said a certain way.
Yep. Anais is just kind of handling her aggression how she always kind of handles her aggression, and that's just kind of taking her coin and just kind of flipping it.
She's ready to turn people into wind.
Okay.
Are we all together?
Us.
Yep.
Us too, just in case, Olga reminds.
Oh. She pauses.
I thought the whole point of us was to drive the car.
Yeah, but it can't hurt to turn into wind if she can let us do that.
Don't we need to be close to her for us to stay as wind?
Well, then come down.
No.
No, it's just a spell. I've done it before to Namus, and he could go wherever he wanted for, like, forever after.
Forever after.
I mean, okay.
And come down.
Olga's down.
Is Anais going to come down or stay in the car?
Why do I need to leave the car? I thought you were the ones leaving.
Do you want the wind?
Wait, hang on. Is she being obtuse? Or did we just or is there an actual misunderstanding here?
Well, I thought they were just gonna... I didn't know they needed to stand together near her.
Puddles
30 feet.
just needs to be able to see the people that she is declaring you can be wind now.
She's 30 feet. The range is 30 feet.
Yeah. So, like, theoretically, yeah, everyone get out of the car just for ease, for Pebbles.
All right, so Anais just kind of shrugs and steps out.
And she needs to make fire and holy water. I think she could do that. She does the thing. I'm sure she has holy water on her. She keeps
Well,
vials
with
of
the
it.
bead, you
Here,
shouldn't need it.
You're a priest. Bless this water. She starts rushing a geyser at her.
Well, I mean, the
That's
bead
true,
should just the bead should just activate a spell.
So okay, so she just grips the bead and it starts to glow and it spreads out like a breeze across everyone.
Mm-hmm. You do feel you do feel your feet begin to be lighter as you begin to float just a little bit above the ground. Little clouds begin to form at the bottom of your feet. You all have basically kind of gained the property now. So I guess if you were to move, you would move as if you were wind.
I'm sorry,
We can choose to
Puddles.
move as not wind, right?
Puddles is huffy, so she just leaves.
So she leaves. Okay.
Olga nods and goes back to the car.
She gets flighty when she has the wind spell and she's in a bad mood.
Kisses her. Enzo will also just go ahead. Like, let's go.
Willie is looking worriedly between, like, where Puddles has gone off to and where Anais and Olga have gone back to the car, just like, okay, like, he's internally like, I got this, I can be,
Willie!
I've got this.
No, Willie, too much responsibility!
He's gonna follow Puddle.
Willie is taking the divorce hard, I see.
Oh.
He just wants everyone to get along. Is that so fucking hard?
It's hard choosing which parent to spend Christmas with.
Okay. So all of you are turned into wind. Let's go ahead and start with Olga and Anais as they drive the buggy to the ferryman. So as they drive close to the boat, they see and they finally get a full picture as to what the boat looks like. It is pretty well sort of the size of well, you know those transport boats that you see that drive cars into them, or you put cars into them and you get across a lake? I don't know if any of y'all have ever taken one of those, but it's basically almost kind of like a wooden, very skeleton-y kind of version of that. As you look inside and see rather quite a lot of other Doom and Wastelandy type of vehicles sort of parked within it, essentially. Each of them sort of, stopping by the ferryman who's kind of waiting out front, and the ferryman sort of takes the gold, or, takes the coins, accepts their payment, and allows them through. Olga and Anais wait into that line until they finally make it to the front with the ferryman. The ferryman looks down. Names. Anais and Olga. Very good. 2 soul coins.
Olga fishes out one of her soul coins and gives it over.
Anais hands over one of her own. Very good. You will have to forgive me, as the trip may take longer than usual without my oar. Your oar? How did you misplace an orc?
It was not misplaced. It was taken.
Oh, who took it?
Hmm. I couldn't get a good look. One was short with a temper with an axe.
Oh,
The
no.
other seemed like a lanky, long-eared
Oh,
thing.
she nods. Sounds like a couple assholes.
Well, I know when I refused them entry across the river, the small one got mad. And in the confusion, I suppose the tall one took my oar. Anyways,
So the large robed figure looks down and is just sort of like,
anyways, come aboard.
And then they do.
as you do get a couple of glares from like some other devils kind of looking over at you, sort of just confused. But most of them don't really pay that much mind as they get out of their own respective vehicles and kind of get onto the surface of the boat. I could use some fresh air myself. So Anais just kind of takes advantage of the airwalking thing and just sort of disappears from the car and makes her way to the top of the deck in a swoosh of wind.
Everyone's got wind.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Anyways, I'll cut to the rest of you. If any of you bother to look behind yourselves as you're traveling forward, you do notice that the car does successfully get onto the ferryman's boat,
Oh, good.
as the ferryman begins to leave port and begins to sail forward.
He's playing with the dice, guys.
Okay, that one didn't.
How many do we have to roll?
That one didn't. It's not.
There it went.
God damn it.
He's rolling a bunch, guys. I don't like it. There it is. Do you want to use the tower?
Good. Okay. So, none of them were able to see you. You do see quite a large patrol of flying spiny devils sort of flying about the place.
Oh!
An unusually large amount of them, but luckily, due to your ability, none of them were able to see you. So.
So make it to the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes! We done it! Let's fucking go! No consequences! Fuck yeah!
Whew. The only one that was hurt was Puddle's pride, I guess. She's huffy. This keeps happening with wind time.
Anywho, so,
Oh.
yep. Anyways, so, yep, exactly as my wife just described. You all make it without absolutely any consequences. You all make it without any sort of
What
touch.
the heck are you doing?
So let's cut back to Olga and Anais.
Oh no!
Oh.
Are they okay?
Olga? I wasn't sure about this, but I want to say that after a little bit, Olga follows Anais. She does. Does she wind up there? Yeah, she may as well. It's easier. She doesn't know how to get around. So she winds up to her,
Mm-hmm.
and she stops. She stops behind her, and she says, "Huh?"
Oh, go on ahead. I was just going to say that you do find Anais just sort of on top of the deck, just sort of leaning over the rail, just looking out into the, I guess, the river. Still flipping her coin.
She crosses her arms, and she says, "I'm not picking a fight, and I'll make this quick. You haven't exactly been transparent with us, and you don't have to be. You can keep your secrets. But you cannot justifiably get angry when one of us doesn't trust you as a result." She lets out a short sigh to herself, and then she steps back to give Anais her space at this point, if she wants it. But she's basically no longer in her business.
She's just sort of playing with her coin in her hand, just sort of gripping tightly. Just sort of really noticeably, at least expression-wise, there's a bit of frustration in her expression. She takes a flip of the coin. It comes up heads. I suppose it is understandable. Even though, as of yet, I have done nothing to exactly prove that I am against any of you. But I suppose that would be simply not enough, I guess. But that is also understandable. Agabellans aren't exactly known for being trusted, so I am used to it.
Olga actually snorts. He's like, "You think Fae care about that?"
I don't know. Would they?
No, I can't tell a lot of people apart.
Aw.
Oh no, I feel bad for putting that, but I was like, no, you know what? Yeah, she's seen so many people. Oh, you mostly mortals. No, but she said, "It doesn't matter what you do or don't do. It's up to the other person to extend their trust. You can do what you want, and we have been trusting you. I'm just saying, you can't get mad if you hide stuff, and someone can sense that." How?
Do you know much of anything that happened to Arabelle?
Does she?
Roll a history.
Okay. Sorry, I had to find my dice.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't have them out already. So I rolled an 11, so no. She shakes her head and says, "That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about our, party members."
And what is there to talk about? What more am I supposed to do to prove?
all you can do is keep doing what you're doing. I'm not saying that there's any straight answers to this. I'm just saying it's hard to get to really justify anger. You know, I don't know why I have to keep repeating this. There's nothing you can do, nothing you can do. You know, some people are hard to gain trust from, and you should be okay with that.
Well, I suppose that is all I will be able to do, I guess.
Though, you're getting angry at one of us, and then continuing to be angry at all of us, it seems.
What is he saying that the lot of you like to talk to like to say to each other? That I am entitled to that you are entitled to your feelings, to feel them out? Am I not allowed to feel hurt?
You are. But you lashed out. You immediately got so pissy at her. And she was just, I could see it from both sides, And I get it. Sometimes shit happens. But seriously? Like, she's just like gesturing.
And I will admit, maybe I did lash out. Maybe I did raise my anger unwarrantedly. But I suppose not unjustly. And yes, it does get frustrating that even after so long, even after I literally risk my own life into battle, it sometimes just feels like nothing short of an arrow to the chest will get me any sort of trust from all of you.
Olga groans. She fucking covers her face. She's like, "You are not listening to me?"
And anyways,
I'm going to walk away now.
Anyways, as you say that, an arrow literally gets shot into the back of her chest.
Oh.
As you see Anais immediately collapse forward.
Well, that just happened.
Hold on, I might have a spell for this. Like, Olga immediately springs into action. She grabs the... Is it an arrow or a bolt?
Bolt.
Interesting.
By the way, you might want to make a dex save because more are coming.
Well, if she drops down... hang on. Dex save. Oh, never mind. I think I get hit. Yeah, that's a 4.
So another bolt comes down and shoots you right in the shin.
In the shin?
Yep, in the shin.
Are these people from above? I thought we were up high. At least hit me in the neck, coward.
Well, to be fair, you don't know the height of the assailants.
Well, listen, she uses bolts. She can probably tell from the way the bolt went into Anais.
Well, you can tell that from it, it seemed to be aimed like the person was aiming higher. So obviously this person didn't necessarily have that much of a huge height advantage.
Wait, so aiming from below or from above?
Sorry, from below.
Okay. I just think it's weird they managed to hit her shin. Shaking my SMH. How much damage do I get?
1d4. Not that much. So, yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah. 1 damage. It's really just kind of a scratch. So, I mean, okay, I guess with that amount of damage, the bolt didn't really go into you. It just scraped the side of your shin. enough to sort of leave a little bit of a snick, but not really enough to really get into the muscle. But that does alert you to the fact that someone is attacking. So if you wanted to do a quick perception check, you can go ahead and see, maybe to get the location of where that bolt came from.
Yeah, alright, perception check.
Yep.
I can't believe the riskier route was taking the boat.
18.
18. Okay. Well, you notice, you notice some objects are shaking a little bit. That they seem to be hiding among the crates and among the luggage and boxes that are up on the top deck.
So real quick, is Anais, like, conscious?
She's conscious and she is bleeding.
Olga... I think for the sake of protection, she can't do much for Anais, but she does shove one of her potions into her hands. And then she will Misty Step over to the crates. So she teleports behind them.
Okay. So
No. Can I do this? Hang on.
Sure.
Will you allow me to do something kind of neat?
sure, go on. Well, what is it?
I want her to Misty Step. Hang on. Let me check to see if this is actually is Misty Step for me a bonus action? I don't think it is. But frick, come on. I don't think it is. Where's my spell? Sorry.
It's okay. But what exactly are you wanting to do?
Oh, it is a bonus action. So I want to basically cast Misty Step and create my Echo Knight at the same time. So I'm Misty Stepping away, but leaving an Echo Knight behind.
So you're just after imaging, essentially.
Yeah. They are both bonus actions, so...
That's so cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And since I am in winter form, I'm also casting fear on whoever our assailant is. And...
Okay, so the assailant, as you Misty step forward, and again, I was assuming you're still carrying Anais?
She's not carrying Anais.
But the after image is, or the Echo Knight, or the Echo is with Anais.
Yeah, the Echo is there.
Okay, so you flash forward, and you look behind that crate to see where it was shot. You do see, at first, when you see the horns are the first thing you notice, and you assume that it was an imp that was shooting it with the crossbow. But you look down and see the beady eyes and face of a frog. All covered in tattoos and with a small little skull on their shoulder. With sort of a long tail coming out from behind them and swerving. But that frog literally shakedly points their crossbow and aims it and tries aiming it at you, but he is clearly shaking, and his finger is clearly, kind of, slipping just a bit.
Can she slap it? Can she slap it out of his hands?
I mean, I guess that would just be an attack. But, no, he can't. He's frightened. So you could, but it would be with advantage, I guess, since he's frightened and he can't move.
Okay. What do I roll for this? What do I roll for weapon slappage?
I guess just a strength check? Just a straight strength? Or straight dex? I guess that depends on how you're wanting to do it.
I think I would rather go with Dex. Just
Sure. I mean, do what you will.
Okay. God, I hope I roll well because it'll be so cool.
It'll be with advantage, so. Since the
Thank goodness. Jesus, even with advantage. Does a 14 do it?
Yeah, it's enough. So
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, you can tell that that frog was kind of gripping tightly to it. But even with as tightly as that frog was gripping onto it, you are able to slap it out of that frog's hand.
She is projecting anger upon this little man. And meanwhile, the Echo Knight is keeping an eye on Anais and making sure she drinks the potion and probably helping to get that bolt out of her.
Okay. So you do. And the potion is able to at least stop Anais' bleeding.
Yay!
Anais just kind of coughs blood. But as you are staring down this scared little frog, by the way, upon examining the frog a little closer, it seems to be green-skinned. It's a green-skinned frog with horns on its head and a pointy little tail coming out from behind him. And very tiny vestigial wings on his back that don't look like they could even lift him up even if he wanted them to.
Can I intimidate it?
Sure. How do you intimidate him? What do you say?
She's just leaning over him, her looming winter form, motherly anger energy. Like, what's up, little man? Why'd you go and do that?
Roll intimidate.
I love this.
Does a 13 do it?
Nope.
Can I have advantage since he's scared?
He is frightened, so yeah, that is fine. Go ahead.
This roll sucked so much. Please give me a better one. Oh, 20. Dirty. Filthy 20.
Okay.
Wait, no, it isn't 20. Hang on.
What is it?
It's actually a 23, so...
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So the frog goes to grab like a horn that it has on the side of its little sash, its little belt. But his palm is clearly he shakes, and in that fear and shaking, he kind of fumbles the horn, and sort of drops it onto the ground as it sort of slides a little bit away from him.
Oh, he'll give that... she'll give that a kick.
Okay. You kick it. Yep, he is like, oh no. And as you do so, the frog opens its mouth to speak, but when it comes out, just seems to be a stream of unintelligible of croaks and like screeches and clicks.
I don't think I can understand every spoken language, just every written language. This is bullshit. He should have a speech bubble come out of his mouth.
You can, if you want, you can at least roll a history check or something to see what it sort of sounds like.
Okay. Never mind, she's never heard it in her goddamn life. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Yep, nope. This is completely foreign to you.
Okay, now she's at a little bit of a predicament. Maybe she should... I kind of want her to just, like, knock him out with her crossbow. Just slam him across the back of the head with it.
Well, he just failed his dex, so... or he failed his run, so... anyways... when he tries to run away to get away from you, that leaves him pretty well open to just sort of you bonk him on the head with the end of your crossbow, and he is knocked prone.
Okay.
Or he's knocked out, I should say.
Okay.
Alright,
Can I use like perception to see if anything else, or like investigation, or to see if they're still in danger at the moment?
Well, with what I rolled, okay, so you see another one, this time coming up from the top of it. Or from, like, from the top of the boat, essentially. Like, what seems to be, like, atop the little, maybe it's from above. There's a frog up above, that seems to be pulling out, like, a longbow. And it screeches something intelligible at you. Like, it's like, only in what you can assume he is saying, "How dare you?" This other one seems to have, like, a lot more feathery and filigree on him. He also seems to be rather red in tone, as opposed to the green you just saw. And he tries pulling out a bow, and he tries to foolishly, like, he tries to do, like, this quick thing and tries to quickly pull it, but the bow actually slips out of his hand, and it drops to the ground below by your feet.
What?
Oh, okay.
He rolled a 1.
They're having a bad day.
Olga kicks it away. She kicks it off the side. Now, to be sure, they're not speaking, like, infernal, are they?
Nope. It's not infernal
Okay.
they're speaking.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure. And she points her crossbow. And she's like, "Anybody else?"
Roll intimidate.
God damn it, 12.
Nope. Although you do hear some scurrying a little bit on the deck, like the clippy clap of webbed feet, sort of scurrying about the deck. Though you don't know, you cannot tell from where they're headed down to or where they are, but they do seem to be like scurrying away,
Away?
or at least away.
So,
You do know that it
huh.
is away, but they seem to be just doing mad scatters.
Oof, okay.
But yep, now you have this red one that looks rather embarrassed, and this knocked out green one.
Damn, I sure wish I had a language spell.
In fact, let's see what the red one does. He does nothing. Okay, he rolled a 1 again. So you try to run. So the red one tries to run, but he somehow slips on the muck of the roof of that and falls down on top of his green comrade.
Oh,
green-
jeez.
The green comrade kind of coughs and is brought back to consciousness after just choking. The two seem to just sort of scream at each other. Like they're both just bickering and angry at each other. You see the red one just sort of pointing angrily. It's just sort of like... and just sort of screaming and are just doing angry croaks. Eventually, the red one and the green one start just like puffing out. They're like doing the frog chin puff at each other, and are just sort of trying to bump chests with each other a bit.
Olga has her crossbow trained on them, but she's kind of like cringy. I mean, they had big boy weapons, but God damn it, I'm not sure what to do with this. I can't talk to them.
Let's see. This one is just... I'm not joking. This is the third one. This is the third one.
Try the tower. Here.
They're
Here.
Anyways, so
Try
they
the
start
tower.
slapping each other. Now they're just in a slapping fight with each other. They're just in a...
Olga while they're distracted with each other, Olga calls out to Anna. He's like, you okay, hon?
They seem to be fine, aside from the wounds in my ribs.
We can get that looked at. So there's probably more. I don't know, what they intend?
More what? Wait, are those?
They look like. Oh shit! What was that thing called?
Are those two grung with horns?
Hang on. What's that? What was that one frog species that isn't a grung?
Bollywogs?
Yeah, she calls them pollywogs.
No.
Look like pollywogs with horns.
No, those are grung.
Oh, okay.
Although they look inflated enough to be bullywugs. But their legs are clearly long. Those are grung.
She's got, so again, her one hand still has the crossbow trained on them, but her other hand is on her cheek. She's got that head tilt, and she's like slowly shaking her head at them, like, "Oh man, this little guy really tried to attack me, but he just, he lost his bow."
They seem to be quite unlucky, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're still just kind of slapping each other. Just slapping.
Can we keep them?
Man. I just wanna tie a rope around them and just drag them along like those kid leashes.
Are you actually going to try to do that?
No, cause so with Anais mentioning their grung, she's now aware that touching them isn't safe. So like she's not that dumb.
So anyways, so with the eights, they tried punching each other and have now knocked each other out.
Oh my gosh.
Like literally, one tried to punch, the other tried to punch, and they both connected into each other's faces. And they just knocked each other clean out.
Olga hits stop on her fantasy phone. She's like, "Man, I'm glad I recorded all that."
Oh, I love them. I want to keep them forever.
I wonder
Okay.
if I can maybe they have tarps. I wonder if I could just shove them into a tarp and then carry them a la Bindle.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I think that there might be burlap sacks here. Are you wanting to shove them in a burlap sack and throw them into the river?
I don't know. I don't actually want to kill them, even though they pretty much had the same intention for us. Figure maybe if we hang on to them, then their companions won't come after us.
Oh, so you're wanting to keep them as hostages?
Yeah, at least while we're on the boat.
I mean, fair enough. Oh wait, I'm wearing gloves. Why am I worried about that? Okay.
So you can help shove them in.
Okay, then just open the burlap sack and I'll go ahead and drag them in.
She does.
And he does. She grabs the green one by the tail and stuffs him into the sack first. Then she takes the red one and stuffs him into the sack second.
And Olga drops 2 cookies in there and then closes the burlap sack.
Aw. Too bad they're carnivorous, probably.
You know, to be fair, I do not know the diet of devil frogs.
I mean, I don't know. Normally I wouldn't have, but I was compelled.
What's great is they just tried to cookies. They just tried to kill you.
I make a lot of cookies.
Do you normally do stuff with people who just try to shoot you?
Listen, I don't want them to... I have my reasons.
I mean, have your reasons. That's fine. It is just amusing. So she just slings the burlap sack onto her back. And it's like, want to enjoy the rest of the boat trip then?
Olga kind of will probably help get it tied onto her back like a backpack.
Oh.
Like, yep, I think with these guys with us, they probably will avoid shooting us.
If nothing else, we can use them as shields.
Yep,
No.
at worst. Listen, Olga's up for that because, listen, if they're gonna shoot, they're gonna use them as shields. But as long as they don't shoot, they won't use them as shields, right?
Right.
Exactly. So, anyways, just to expedite this. So you all make it across the river perfectly fine. And the rest of you just sort of wait there until the ferryman's boat eventually makes it onto the other side. And the ferryman, he lets out all the cars, lets them go, and eventually you see your own dune buggy come out. And so, and Anais and Olga step out, and they're like, we made it.
Olga is looking around. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh.
I will say, she wants to look around. Like, are there a bunch of frogs coming off the boat?
Nope. Not that you can see.
She's big squinting. Okay, we can leave it at that for now. So.
All right.
What a fun ending.
Alrighty. I guess I'll go ahead and stop recording then.